Hello and welcome to the Yogscast guide to the heroic Ozumat, the final boss of the heroic Throne of the Tides. This boss is a giant octopus that you saw in Vashir and also has been following you throughout the Throne of the Tides. You begin the fight by speaking to NEPTHLON, who will wind up a big spell, but first you have to defend NEPTHLON from waves of ads, and there's quite a few different types. At first you'll get small murlocs that can easily be picked up and AoE'd down, and you also get caster mobs called vicious MINDLASHERS. These do quite a bit of damage, so need to be killed with high priority. In addition, in the first phase, unyielding behemoths will spawn. These need to be tanked or kited around. They have a shadow nova which deals damage to anyone standing near them, so they need to be kept away from people. I think they also have a frontal attack which sprays ink everywhere, so you need to be a bit careful of that and not stand too close to them. After a certain amount of mobs have been killed, phase 2 will begin. This is where 3 mobs called FACELESS SAPPERS spawn and channel spells on NEPTHLON. You need to kill all 3 of these mobs. In addition, blight beasts will spawn, which are kind of like big shadow fiends, which also, much like the unyielding behemoths, need to be kited about because they deal shadow damage to anyone near them. They also put a shadow damage debuff on people, which will make them take increasing shadow damage, and this is quite important for phase 3. Phase 3 is when the 3 channels are dead, and NEPTHLON will empower the whole group, dramatically boosting damage, healing and hit points. The idea of this phase is that you have to DPS down the octopus, who is like on the edge outside of the tank. It's quite difficult to see, but the octopus is on one side. The best thing to do is have the tank pull away any remaining ads and finish them off himself, whilst the DPS concentrate on burning down Ozumat. In this phase, you have a stacking debuff which ticks harder and harder and harder, so after a while you simply can't keep the group alive. The reason you want to finish off the Blight Beast ads is because they have this shadow damage debuff, and if you leave them up, it will make Ozumat kill you quicker. Overall, this fight is about killing off the ads quickly, keeping NEPTHLON alive, and then when it hits phase 3, popping heroism and quickly reacting to the situation. Ozumat should die very very quickly when phase 3 starts if everyone switches to him straight away. We actually did this boss in one shot, which is kind of silly. Bearing in mind we didn't really know what we were doing, and we didn't know that we had to DPS the octopus, and we didn't really know anything. But as you can see, we all died, except for our mage, and he sort of stayed alive long enough for NEPTHLON to actually finish off the octopus on his own.
It wasn't a smooth kill that we had. It wasn't a smooth kill.